It's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for July 2022. So on Thursday, July 28th, we have our new moon in Leo taking place not only at 1:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but at 5 degrees, 39 minutes of Leo. So what do we know to be true? Well, first of all, the new moon is the dark phase of the moon. So the days approaching the new moon are typically dark, typically uncomfortable. We have lots of thoughts, emotions, and memories coming back, reminding us where it is that we have been playing it small, where it is that we've been playing it safe, where it is that we have been unable to stand in our truth, to speak our voice, to be heard, to be acknowledged, where it is that we have failed to stand on our own 2 feet. Why do we know that these topics and themes are true? Because this is very much the Leo energy that we are going to shift into. This new moon in Leo is a new time for new initiation, for new intentions, for new seeds to be planted. The Leo energy, being the heart and soul of the zodiac, wants us to be proud of all that we've gone through. Instead of looking at some of our storylines, some of our pain and suffering as weakness, we need to switch the narrative, speak from a raw, vulnerable, proud kind of place, and change the dynamic of our storyline. This Leo energy is proud, it's bold, it's brave, it's courageous. It is a fire energy, so there's a spark here, there's a passion here, there is a want, need, and desire to light things up, to begin something new. The new moon in Leo is going to be the most wonderful energy that we've had for a moon event thus far. All the previous moon events have been a little bit heavy, kind of more focused on releasing the blockages, the challenges in order for us to grow and improve. And this new moon in Leo comes with a lot of positive aspects that's given us all kinds of loving vibes. So we have to understand that the Leo energy wants to focus on our inner child, lighten the vibe up, be a little bit more playful. Yes, we have to kind of pique our curiosity again. There's an innocence that comes with Leo energy. It makes us revert back to the more simple days, the more simple life. And many of us, of course, been running and hiding, putting walls and guards up around our heart space, protecting us from our inner child wounds. And what that is doing is creating a lot of very unhappy, very unauthentic adults out in the world, wounding others in the same way that their inner child was wounded. So because this is the heart and soul of the zodiac, we got to get real. We got to move inward. We have to identify what makes us happy, what brings us joy, what in this world makes us feel special, because Leo energy is focused on our uniqueness, our individuality. We don't want to fit in. We want to stand out. We want the spotlight. We want all eyes on us. And in order to do that, we have to kind of break free from the scared little kitten that we've been curled up in a ball, licking our wounds in a cave, and reemerge to the world as the strong king of the jungle that we've always been, bearing our wounds as proud battle scars instead of something to be ashamed of. And I'm going to give you Lion King vibes here. You know that we're coming out of this cave and we are roaring in order to remind the jungle who is boss. This is time for us to step up to our highest selves, our highest potential. This gives us big vision, big goals, big dreams, big plans. We are almost overinflating the smallness that we've been playing in. It's almost like we just gave ourselves permission to come out to play, and now we want to play everything. We're biting off more than we can chew. You best believe that this Leo energy is a little bit spicy, a little bit extra, a little bit dramatic. And it should be, because we have to get back to doing what is right for us. We have to get back to fully expressing ourselves from the heart and soul of what it is that we know to be true in ourselves from our own experience. And we really do have to boss up to step into a brand new level of confidence. So this new moon being at 5 degrees is relatively a brand new cycle. If we look back over the last couple of years, especially going back to 2019, we would have started the Leo energy. By the time we reach last year, 2021, we would have had this Leo energy at the final degrees in Leo, wrapping up that chapter from 2019 up until last summer. And now we're entering into a brand new chapter. It's a great time, especially being in the year of 6, where we are perfecting the foundations in our lives, making sure they are strong enough to house the dreams that we are currently building. This is also a great time because, as you know, since the solstice, since Cancer season started, we have been in an experimentation time, a reinvention of self, a rebranding of self. This new moon in Leo is giving us a preview on what it is that we're actually able to do as far as making huge changes and transformations in our physical reality, on what we're going to be locking in with the Lionsgate portal in August on the 8th, the 8/8 portal. So this is a time when we are actively having big ideas, we're having big feels, and what we know to be true is that when we have a big vision, we have a big idea, we have a big dream, and then we have the big emotions that actually back up the passion, the excitement, the anticipation that we have in trying to wait to manifest this reality, that is both step 1 and step 2 of actually seeing some of these elements come into life. That's how we manifest. And so this is a time where we might be jumping into new romantic situations. We might be starting new creative projects. This is a time where we're focused a little bit more on our healing. Again, that heart chakra. How many walls have we built trying to keep everyone out? And what have we realized thus far is that it has created a prison to keep us in. This is a time to bust out, to lower the walls, to lower the guard. This is a time for us to assume responsibility for the lives in which we've created and take the power and control back in our lives to change the narrative, to change the dialogue. This Leo energy is very generous, very giving, but we first have to be generous and giving to ourselves. We have been learning a very tough love life lesson collectively over the last couple of years that we are supposed to, quote unquote, air quotes if you will, supposed to put others' wants, needs, and desires before our own. Otherwise, we are selfish. That is probably the most laughable misconception. We have to be putting ourselves first. Because what we know to be true is that if we are not acting out of our raw, authentic heart and soul space, if we are not doing what is right for us, advocating for our own happiness and what it is that we want, need, and desire, when we put other people before ourselves, all it does is make us angry, hurt, and resentful. We have been doing what we think is best for society, for the collective, for the group, for the team, for the family for far too long. We're so freaking far down on the list of our own importance that we don't even know what it would feel like to actually be at the top of the list again. This Leo energy needs us to be at the top of the list. This Leo energy needs us to learn that in order for us to be the change in the world that we want to see, that we have to be the highest vibration and embody as much love as possible. That is where the change starts, is within us. So we have to give ourselves permission to be ourselves. We have to be generous enough with our love to love ourselves first. This is going to feel very uncomfortable for many of us that have been deluded in thinking that we have to give the best part of ourselves, our energy, our love, our attention away to other people. This is the time in the game where we change it up. So if you've downloaded your moon guide, you'll be going through all the different aspects that we got going on under this moon event. If you haven't downloaded your moon guide, you really should. You should become a moon subscriber, save yourself a couple bucks, and do the shadow work with every moon event to make sure that you are aligning with the moon energies, getting yourself in alignment, pushing yourself towards the reality in which you desire to be living, but you got to do the work. You got to do the healing. Anyways, in the moon guide, not only will you discover the aspects that we got going on under this new moon in Leo, but you will also discover the elemental energy of this new moon. What we got going on, and I did not include Chiron in this particular elemental energy breakdown. Without Chiron, we have a 4-4 dominant energy between fire and earth. What we know to be true is that fire is initiation. It's that spark. It's that flame. It's that fire that needs to light ourselves up, make us feel alive again, make us excitement, ignite a new passion, a new desire, a new dream, a new vision, a new level of power and authority and love and generosity. We got all of this fire energy. And what we do with that fire energy is we create something with it. Earth energy is where we manifest. That is our physical circumstance. That is our physical body. That is when we get to interact with our physical environment and make the changes that our heart, fire energy, needs us to make in order to be in the truest alignment with our heart and soul. So this is a good vibe. We do have supportive energies of both water and air, kind of on a little bit of a lesser supporting role here, which means that we got to get out of our heads, get into our heart space. Once we get into our heart space, we get activated, we get triggered, we have to take action and engage the physical body to do something about it. What we have going for us here is that Jupiter is a huge, huge support in this particular moon event. Jupiter will be going retrograde just hours after, 2 hours and 20 minutes after the new moon peaks its energy. Jupiter is about growth, expansion, beliefs, blessings. Okay, he's going to go retrograde, which means that we're going to have to retrace our steps back to May with all of the new beginnings, all of the identities that we've tried out, all of the new opportunities, the experiments that maybe didn't go so well that we have to retrace our steps and see if we're actually aligned with that. This is going to be an internalized growth. But under the new moon in Leo, Jupiter is still in a direct position, which means that we have the opportunity for a huge amount of growth to take place, for a huge amount of improvement, for big thoughts, big ideas, big dreams, big visions to be embodied with the big emotions needed in order to actually manifest, to get the ball rolling, to actually see them come into fruition. What we also know to be true when moving through the moon guide is that Uranus, the great awakener, is conjunct sitting next to the North Node in Taurus energy. Now, this event is something that I rant about not only in July's energy forecast, but in the ascension forecast for the week, because on the 31st, we have this major event between Uranus and the North Node that is a very rare event, a one-off that is going to change the path and the course of our destiny. It is the destiny point. The North Node, the true node, is our destiny point. Uranian energy is the wake up. Okay, it's the shake up, it's sudden change, it's aha moments, it's shifting the paradigm. In Taurus energy, it's affecting our physical lives. This is a fixed earth energy. This is our physical bodies, our physical circumstances, where routines, relationships, resources, and money is concerned. This is a big deal not only on the global stage, this is a big deal to your individual life, but under this new moon in Leo, we have Mars joining in with this conjunction. Mars, Uranus, the North Node will all be together in an alignment for the very first day of August. I'll rant about that in August's energy forecast. But Mars being activated under this new moon with these beautiful aspects is bringing a sense of action and urgency. A new level of inspiration, a new level of motivation to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone, to constantly be growing, to constantly be improving, to progress so freaking far in our understanding of where it is that we've been blocking ourselves so that we can cut through, again, Mars yielding his sword, cutting through the blockages, the challenges that we're all caught up on, mostly in our mental plane and in our heart space. This is a time for a brand new chapter, a brand new vision, a brand new dream to be downloaded to our higher selves. We have a lot of positive energies happening under this new moon event. Download the moon guide, walk through it, see how it's applying to your life. We also have very few negative aspects, but what we know to be true about negative aspects is that the negative aspects are the ones that push us into change and transformation. So are they really negative? Not really. So this is a fixed sign. Leo is a fixed sign, which means that we don't typically like to change. It's hard to change in a fixed sign. But what we know to be true is that when we are inspired, when there is a spark, when there is a fire, when there is a flame, we are much more excited to make the change, to make the transformation needed in order to align with a new level of passion, of desire, of excitement. This is literally go big or go home. This is literally stand up or sit down and shut up. This is a time for us to stand in our uniqueness, to look at the skills and talents that we've been sleeping on, to look at all of the reasons of why we've decided that it was safer for us to play it safe and play small, and recognize where there is an opportunity for us to bust out of that. And for us to stand in the spotlight in our true, raw, vulnerable, authentic nature and be in the most alignment, the truest alignment with our highest selves. So don't sleep. Don't sleep on this. This is a beautiful energy. Do the work. Download the moon guide, do the shadow work, get yourself in alignment, unearth those blockages, unearth those challenges, cut through them with that warrior spirit. Inspire yourself, motivate yourself to play big, to stand in the spotlight, to do what your heart and soul has been destined to do. I wish you the most beautiful, beautiful new moon in Leo that you could possibly have.